Hey, what's up you guys? It's Corey, and I'm back with another reaction video to RWBY Volume 5. This time it's Chapter 5, Necessary Sacrifice. The Albane twins are in the thumbnail, which means we're gonna see some of Blake's perspective, hopefully. We're definitely gonna see Ilya, because Ilya is the necessary sacrifice. Probably. Hopefully. I hope. I normally do this spiel at the end, but I tend to ramble on a ton at the end of my videos, and people don't tend to watch that, which I understand, you know. By the time you see it, you've already seen the podcast, or probably have, so you already have heard my thoughts, but me and SheNoob087, we have a podcast that we do every week after the episodes come out. We live stream it on her Twitch, which is linked in the description. And if you want to know what time we do that, check the schedule below her stream. It's twitch.tv/SheNoob087. And for episode 5, if you're seeing this, the podcast is already out. But we had that Kaito Dan on, and our chat room moderator Wade on as well, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, let's get into this. I always love that intro. Oh, menagerie.
Okay, are you ready?
I've beat up on giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
Your chieftain needs you. Your people need you. Please, join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
Are you kidding me? We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Mata! Get back inside.
Mom!
You're not going anywhere.
I don't understand why Gira thought this was a good idea. These aren't fighters.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Oh, we are gonna see fish faunas. Blake, you need to tell your story. I still say Blake's story will be a powerful one for getting people
How can they
on their
just sit
side.
around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone is like you and me. The faunas here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting, of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone. And here we are asking them to put the rest of the world before themselves.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
The problem is, whatever happens at Haven is going to affect them whether they like it or not. If Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the faunas. Everywhere.
Adam. He's the guy you used to work with?
Yes.
Sorry. Forget I brought it up.
No, it's okay. Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word? Okay, well, I remember getting to know Ruby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity. After a while, I saw Weiss was defiance, and Yang was strength.
What am I?
Jury's still out on that one, but I'm leaning towards Ernest.
Oh, Ernest is actually a really good word for son.
At first I thought Adam was justice. Then I thought he was passion. But over time, I realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those things. He was spite. Not hatred, not rage, spite. He won't accept equality, only suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious. That's what worries me about Ilya. She's not like Adam, not yet at least. But I don't know how long that will last.
She was your friend, huh?
She was. Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human. She could have lived a normal life if she wanted. But she didn't. I always admired that. She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young, and she joined the White Fang. Like me, she was more or less trained on the road alongside other faunists. She learned to survive, to defend herself. But as people like Sienna and Adam started to gain a following, she became more dangerous. I guess I did too. My parents tried to get me to leave with them, but I refused. I had Adam and Ilya, after all.
You know we're going to have to face her eventually.
I know.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and help her the way you helped me.
Hmm?
You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be. I was drowning in guilt and fear and tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And I can't give up on Ilya. It's about time I saved my friends for once.
Yeah, I like that. I will say this,
You're really
and
getting
I
better,
couldn't
huh?
care less about Ranger right now.
Are you hungry? It's almost dinner time.
Yeah. That sounds good. I was about to call it a night anyway.
So, you've never fought before?
Just the occasional small grim. Nothing like this, though.
Wow, you look like a natural.
It's strange. I've only had this cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime. Longer, even.
'Cause yeah.
I sound like a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, just a little. But at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
What do you mean?
Oh no, oh no, I'm not ready for feels.
Scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this? Who would ask for this?
Oh. I'm not ready for feelings.
We all went to Beacon because we wanted to help people. But you're right. None of us asked for this either. We just have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident? People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
When Beacon fell, I lost two of my friends. Penny Polandina and Pira Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change the fact that they were two of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pira thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking. And because of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win. And Penny was killed just to make a statement.
I'm sorry.
I am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody. And that scares me most of all. Pira, Penny. I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt. That I didn't think about them every day since I lost them. That I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do. To keep moving forward. Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. It wouldn't be the first time.
I knew she was gonna say that too. I heard the music.
Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the fact that you're even trying says a lot about you. You're braver than you think.
Oh my god, Ruby.
She really is
Why are
remarkable,
you
isn't
making me cry 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
she? In some ways, yes. But in many others, no. She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable, a spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
This must be really hard on her, too.
It most assuredly is.
Your thoughts?
Are of no significance. If this is how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed, then we shall make it so.
Of course, brother. Still.
Come in.
Sister Ilya, thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Please, stand. We have wonderful news.
What is it?
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood. The operation was a success. Adam Taurus has claimed his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
Good. And Sienna?
Buried with honor. The other branches of the Fang have been given the story that was agreed
She
upon.
didn't want Sienna to die.
A necessary sacrifice. We won't forget everything she did for us.
Indeed.
Your maturity and understanding in regards to this matter is appreciated, and it is why we've summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period.
Growth requires change.
And change can be painful.
If it's for the betterment of the Faunus, then it's a pain we can endure. What's our next mission?
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to reach Menagerie, but when it does, the citizens of Kuokawana will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chieftain has spoken out against us.
It's my fault the Belladonna's had any ground to stand on.
Do not concern yourself with past failures, Ilya. Focus on the future. We have an opportunity for redemption.
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
And so, they must be silenced.
No.
Silenced?
Like Sienna, they stand in the way of true progress for our people.
Ilya's
We
not gonna
would
be
never
okay
put
with
such
this.
a burden on you alone, of course. Your brothers and sisters will be at your side. But your relationship with their daughter makes you an integral part of this operation.
Blake?
We know how close you were with young Blake. Rest assured, High Leader Taurus has requested she be taken alive, but we cannot risk having her present to defend her family.
But the people of Menagerie...
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
And we'll be left without a leader until our victory is complete.
A necessary sacrifice, Sister Ilya.
No, there's no way in hell Ilya's gonna be okay with this at all.
She's right to worry about the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
Exactly.
It is a risk we must take for our High Leader.
I will not allow them to ruin this! The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but grief! You've done well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family. I have a promise to keep.
He seems unwell.
Yes.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Are we sure he is the one to lead us?
For now, we must do what is best for the Faunus. Yes. Brother Yuma, did you see to Gira's messenger?
He rests beneath the waves, along with his warning.
Then all is well.
Yuma. He has wings. We haven't seen a Faunus fly yet. Oh, that was the end. I knew it was gonna be. We were all so afraid. And now they're making our fears real. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was not expecting the show to make me cry again. It was Ruby talking about the fall of Beacon. And, it was Cold that was playing in the background during that scene, too. And then they had to say, keep moving forward. They just had to. And I knew it was coming, too. I felt it half a second before it happened. I was like, and Ruby, stop making me cry. I don't like it. So we were right. Eventually, they have to. They're gonna kill. They're gonna kill Gira and Kali. And Ilya's not gonna let that happen. But sadly, I think Gira's death could be the best thing for Blake. Well, not the best thing for Blake, but to getting. I mean, they're right. He'll be a martyr, and they'll lose Menagerie. They won't. They won't gain it. They'll lose it, and then those people will help at Haven. But I don't want them to kill Gira or Kali. So as I said at the beginning, unless I cut it out, SheNoob087 or Beck and I do a podcast after every episode on her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SheNoob087 and if you're seeing this video, we already did the one for chapter 5, but if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link up in the card here. It's too hard. Up there. Blah. Yeah, our guests for that episode were that Kaito Dan, who is another RWBY reactor. I'm positive you guys will know him. And our chat room and Discord moderator, Wade. He's also a big RWBY fan, too. And yeah, so those will be our two guests, or were our two guests for that episode. And for chapter 6, which if you're seeing this, chapter 6, provided chapter 6 comes out next week, Beck and I still aren't sure about, we're getting up to the point where we're like, okay, we feel a week break coming up. There's gonna be a week break sometime soon. And, although, granted, maybe they'll do it for Thanksgiving, So maybe it will be for episode 7 when there's the break. But I don't know. But for chapter 6, if there's a chapter 6 this week, we're having on 2 of our regulars in the chat, in our chat room and on our Twitch streams and in the YouTube video comments and stuff. William, Oliver, and Elena Fisher, I think is. Well, it's William and Elena. I don't know their actual full screen names, but yeah, those are going to be our 2 guests. Although actually, I just thought about this. Last time we did a stream, William was still in class. Oh, but we did it on Wednesday, so maybe that won't be a problem if we actually get to do it on a Tuesday. I'm thinking out loud again. But yeah, if you want to watch that live, go to twitch.tv/shenoob087, scroll below the video to check the schedule, and it'll get you your date and time in your time zone. Especially because daylight savings, Beck and I are both completely thrown off right now because of daylight savings time. For me, the time didn't change, but for her, I think it was an hour later. And I woke up an hour too early today for the RWBY episode, because even though I always forget that my physical time doesn't change, but my time zone changes. So it's like, it's still 8 o'clock, but it's 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time instead of Pacific Standard Time like it usually is. But yeah. I just don't have a brain. I think that's all I needed to say. I don't know, check the description. I have all the links down there for all the stuff that you might potentially need. And yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for either the podcast or my next reaction. And yeah.